Hey everyone, welcome to Judging for the Win. I'm Dave, and this is my daily ruling. Before we get started, I'd like to wish everyone a happy Valentine's Day. Whether you're riding solo or lovey-dovey this year, we're all united in our love of this game, and I think that's a beautiful thing. So in honor of this holiday, I've got a special Soul Bond themed question for all of you. Amy controls Angel's Tomb, which is not animated, and she also controls no other creatures. She plays Nearheath Pilgrim. Can she animate Angel's Tomb and pair it with Nearheath Pilgrim? If so, what happens at end of turn? In order to get a good answer for this one, we're going to go through step by step and examine exactly what happens. So, when Nearheath Pilgrim enters the battlefield, two triggered abilities are going to trigger. One from Angel's Tomb and one from Nearheath Pilgrim. Soul Bond has an intervening if clause, which means it'll trigger, but that triggered ability will not go on the stack unless the if statement is true when it would go on the stack. At this point, there are no other creatures on the battlefield, and because that part of the intervening if clause is false, that triggered ability will not be put onto the stack. So it is not possible for those two to get paired. It doesn't matter which order Amy stacks them. Either way, the intervening if clause will not be true at the time when that triggered ability is about to go onto the stack, and therefore it just won't. So, let's modify the question a little bit so we can examine a little bit more about exactly how this would go down, if she was able to. So, if Amy controlled some other creature, any other creature, at the time that this happened, then it would indeed be possible to make a pair between Nearheath Pilgrim and Angel's Tomb. The way this would work would be by stacking the triggered abilities in the correct order. Remember, because Amy controls both of them, she gets to decide what order they're put on the stack, since they both triggered at the same time. The correct way to do this would be to have Angel's Tomb's ability go onto the stack on top so that it will animate first, and then Nearheath Pilgrim underneath that. Because Soul Bond does not target, there is no problem with doing this. The thing that you're pairing with doesn't need to have been a creature throughout the entire time that Nearheath Pilgrim was on the battlefield. It only needs to be a creature at one specific time, which is when that triggered ability resolves, and the game asks you to make a choice of which creature to pair with. So, if Amy stacks the Nearheath Pilgrim's ability underneath the Angel's Tomb, then Angel's Tomb will animate first, and then, when Nearheath Pilgrim's Soul Bond ability resolves, she'll pick a creature, such as Angel's Tomb, and the bond will happen. Now, after this, the game will proceed until the end of turn step, at which point Angel's Tomb will not be a creature anymore. Now, when a Soul Bond pair is formed, there are three things that can break the pair up. Of course, if either of the permanents involved leaves the battlefield, then the pair will be broken. However, the other two things that can happen, one of which is relevant here, would be if another player gains control of either permanent, or if either permanent stops being a creature. When the end of turn happens, Angel's Tomb will no longer be a creature, and that will stop the Soul Bond pair. They will both be separated. At this point, any future creatures that Amy plays will be eligible to be paired with Nearheath Pilgrim. And that's all I've got for you today. How did you do? Join me again tomorrow for another daily ruling. But until then, I hope all of you and your Valentines have a great day.